wani kama da kai, ai babu wani.
Yeah, hello everybody. You're welcome to yet another edition of Africa's Realities. As usual, my name is Mr. Johnson Yakubusani, and today I've come with another video. But before I drop this video, I want you to ring the notification bell and subscribe, and so that whenever I drop a video, you'll be amongst the first to get to watch. And I thank you for my returning subscribers, and for all of you who are joining me for the first time, you are welcome. And today, I want to talk about a region where I came from, the northern region of Nigeria. I am talking to my people, the northern region of Nigeria. But though I am a Christian from the north, but I'm addressing the Muslims from the north today, which are the Hausa-Fulani people. But I want to make this disclaimer. Please, I am not doing this video because of hatred or because of bigotry or because of anything, but I am doing this video because I think some things have to be corrected. I believe things should be corrected. And I believe in the unity of Nigeria, and I believe some people should look at the fault lines. When you understand the fault lines within your system, and you begin to mend all the faults, I think you make better as a people than when you begin to trade blame at other people. So I think these are the fault lines of the Hausa-Fulani that makes them poor or poorer than other part of the country. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to be critical about this, but I am saying this with an open mind. I'm going to be critical, but I'm saying this with an open mind, not because of hatred or anything. So let's go ahead. Without further ado, let's go ahead with what I have. Now, what I want to tell my fellow people, the Hausa-Fulani people, is that their culture, their norms, their way of life, their values, that's the right word, their values, the values they hold on to, it impoverishes them, makes them poor. And they don't know that these values are the reasons why they are poorer than other regions of the country. But they don't know, but they keep on trying to raise finger and say the southern part of the country has taken all the resources, they are richer, the southern part why they are poorer, but they don't look at the values of their culture. Ba kwa duba al'adunku ne yake sa ku kuna cikin talauci. Kuma zan gaya muku kuma za ku gane. Wanda za su gane a cikin ku kenan. Your values, you have to change your values. The way you go about life, some things have to change. Life is dynamic. Cultures are subject to change to meet the new trends of society. So cultures must change to the new trends of society. So we cannot keep on doing the same thing over and over and say it's our culture, while this same thing are making us poor and impoverishing us. So please don't come for me. I really need you to talk about this video, to talk about your minds at this video, to make your comment, but don't come for me personally. Just talk about the points I'm going to raise, and you feel where I'm wrong, you tell me where I'm wrong, and where I'm right, you tell me where I'm right. Don't come for me because I'm not doing this because I hate you. No, I am doing this because I think there are some faults that needs to be corrected. Now, the first thing I like to say is that you have dependency. The first fault line that you have in the values that you hold as Hausa man, you have enormous dependency on Islamic scholars than on technocrats and professionals. You have dependency on Islamic scholars than on technocrats. People who study that field, people who know about that field, you don't listen to them. You listen to Islamic scholars who have no knowledge about this field, but they just talk anyhow, and you believe them more than your technocrats. And it is a very big fault line. There is no way you can allow Islamic scholars to tell you how economics should be. Economics is science. Politics is science. Let the professionals, let the technocrats, let the people who study in this field be the people who tell you how things are done or should be done in this field. But a lot of your scholars, they enter all fields, they tell you what to do in all fields. In economics, in agriculture, in politics, in every aspect of life is your Islamic scholars that tell you this is how it's supposed to be, and they didn't read it, they didn't study it, they only study Quran and they only study Islam, but they didn't study these fields of study, this science, they didn't study it. So how can they be the one that tell you how things should be done in this aspect, in these areas, and all of you believe, and all of you follow, and all of you do it the way they said it should be done? I think you should be listening to your technocrats and your professionals more than your Islamic scholars. When it comes to your faith, in yazo kan maganan bi, za ku ji malaman addini. Amma yazo kan maganan ko kasuwanci ne, ko business ne, ko me, za ku bi ka'idodin wannan abun da kuma wanda suka karanta. People who have studied it, people who have read it, they should be the one to tell you how this thing should be done. I think you people should still start listening to your technocrats and your professionals more than your Islamic scholars. Even though some of the technocrats and professionals are thinking about themselves and how they can steal, I know, especially your politicians, but still, I believe there's a reason why God allowed science to be. So when you talk about improving your standard of living, improvement of standard of living cannot come from malam. It can only come from science, from people who have read it. That is why, can't you people see that white people, they don't study the Quran, they just follow science, and they are great there. There is no hunger in them. They have all technology, they build everything, they do everything, and they are not Islam. I am not saying Islam is bad. Islam is very good for your faith. But Islam should not come and dictate science, what science should dictate. So this is one issue I have with the northern man. The Islamic scholar is the one that tells him in all fields of life, all fields, whatever, even if it is law, even if it is every field of life, even the Saudi Arabia, who are the main people who where the Islam originates from. The Saudi Arabia, when it comes to science, they look at the Americans and the England and they learn how they do things, and the Saudi Arabia progressing. But when it comes to their faith, they hold on to Islam. But it is a Nigerian Muslim who is not even a Saudi Arabian that knows the Islam more than the Saudi Arabian man, that tells you Islam say this is how car should be made. Islam say people should not enter car. Islam say women should not enter car. Islam should say this. Islam say this. Everything. But now, how can you make progress? How can you make progress amongst people when you limit yourself in a lot of things? Now, this is the first thing I want to say. Now, the second point I want to make. Why is it that the rich people, the rich Hausa people, well, this is not just Hausa, it's a northern thing. The rich northerners, plus even we, but it's more prominent with the Hausa man. Why is it that the rich Hausa people do not help to raise other people and make them rich? Why is your Alhajis the way they are? I just can't understand. You see, an Igbo man, a rich Igbo man, an Igbo man that is very rich, will go to village and carry 10 boys and come and keep them under him. And they will be serving him. As they are serving him, they are learning the trade that he is doing. They are learning, he shows them everything about that business, how that business is done, how everything is done, how they can get suppliers, how they can import, how they can sell, how they can do market. They spend many years. He is training them. And when he has finished training them, he now gives them what he calls settlement, so that they will go and be on their own and start their own. But the Hausa Alhaji, nothing concerns him with anybody. He's not raising anybody. He wants every morning people to come and line up in his house. You will see Hausa people will come and line up. And he's so proud. Hausa people are lining up. He comes out, they say, Alhaji Rankadede, and he's giving them 5,000. Tomorrow, they'll come and line up. He's giving them 2,000. And they are hailing him, Alhaji Rankadede. This Alhaji is giving, this Alhaji. What kind of nonsense way of living is that? Why can't you mentor these people, teach them the trade, teach them the things, build them up, let them stand on themselves, so that they can stand and achieve something? Why should it be that they have to be coming to be begging for you, and you're happy and you have all the money? In fact, many of the money saved that you have is their money you've stolen. Money that you're supposed to use to make life good for them, you have stolen it. And you want them to line up and be coming to beg you and I don't know. And you people have this culture, instead of you to tell them the truth, that Alhaji, establish me. You will not. You want to go and begging for 5 naira, 2 naira. Why do you have this kind of culture? 5,000, 2,000. Every day you want to go and beg him. You go and hail him. You go and do sankira. You sankira him and he gives you money. And you go and finish the money. Tomorrow you look for the next Alhaji to go and do sankira too. Why? Why don't you have? And you look at the Igbos, and they are making progress in the market, in the field and everything, and they are settling and they are pushing their people, and you people are saying they've taken over the market, they're taking over everything, and you people don't have this culture of every rich man pick up people from amongst you people and train them and show them the right way of how they can make it in life, and build them and build capacity in them, and these people will stand and they'll be strong in the society. No. Every rich man wants to be hailed, wants to be hailed, wants to be hailed. I don't know. And you people are so that he'll be dashing their stipends every day, and he's being hailed, and he's so puffed up. That is not a way that people will become rich. If the rich doesn't draw the poor and make them stand and give them what will help them to stand on their own. If the rich doesn't carry the poor, if a fisherman doesn't carry somebody and teach him how to fish, how fishing is done, go to the river, show him how to swim, how to spread the net, if he doesn't teach him like that, if what he does is that he goes and he catches the fish, and somebody will come and say, I'm hungry, I carry one fish and give him. Tomorrow you go and catch plenty fish, and another person comes and say, I'm hungry, give him one fish. How can you build capacity and take yourself out of poverty? You have to think about these things. Now, my next point is this. Now, you same people that are crying that there are poverty in the north, that many people are jobless in the north. You are the same people who are very selective. You select which job your people will do and which they will not do. In Nigeria, that we have limited jobs opportunity. There are limited job opportunities in Nigeria. Even when everybody is doing everything, there are limited job opportunities. Yet, in this limitation of jobs, you people are the one who are fighting some of you on the professions they do. Before you know, your Islamic scholars will be shouting, harami ne, harami, harami ne, wannan harami ne, harami, wannan aikin harami ne, harami ne, harami ne. Meaning, this kind of job is haram. This kind of job is haram. That kind of job is haram. When you have people who God have gifted them with a gift of singing, and they want to be musicians because of their gift, they have sweet voice, God has gifted them. Before you know, the entire Islamic scholars be telling that is haram. Singing is haram. Why would somebody say he's a musician? It's haram. He's haram. He's haram. Where are the jobs if people don't use the talent that they are given to make money for themselves? When it comes to your movies, movie actors, oh my God, the movie actors are in trouble. You want to even kill the movie industry, which has given jobs to some people. You want to kill the movie industry. You want to kill that industry. You want only industries that you want. Yet you will not go and kill the industry of people working in the federal ministry and the state ministries who are stealing all your money, who are stealing the money that is supposed to make good to society, to enjoy society. These people have cornered the money and are stealing it. And these are the people that your Islamic scholars will be praising, will be hailing. And they'll be telling you that it's God that makes some people rich and God made some people poor. But when it comes to these jobs, that somebody is using his talent, using his gift to make sure that he makes something of life for himself, the entire Islamic scholars will now come and be telling all of you it is haram, it is this, why they are doing this, it is that. How can you take yourself out of poverty if you are selective, if you are half of the jobs you cannot do, only this kind of jobs you can do? Instead of every opportunity that comes your way, you grab it and make sure that your people are striving in it to make sure that you bring yourself out of poverty. You are telling your people some jobs that they can do and some jobs that they can't do. How will they come out of poverty? And you are discouraging many of the industries, especially entertainment industry. I don't know what is the problem with you people at entertainment industry. But I believe in Saudi Arabia, they have a movie industry. They have people who are singing in Saudi Arabia. I will always talk of Saudi Arabia because that is the root of Islam. That is where the Kaaba is, where Islam started. The Saudi Arabia, they are looking for opportunities and they are changing some things. Even in the place Saudi Arabia that they have what they call it, Sharia law. They are not doing Islam like the way you people are doing Islam. That is why they can come, because they knew that they want to build a football sector, the footballing sector of Saudi Arabia. Because of that, they will break Islamic law. That is the law of their land. They will break Islamic law. And they allow Ronaldo with his girlfriend to be sleeping in the same house. And everybody knows that Ronaldo is not married to his girlfriend. But Saudi Arabia will break some rules for their football to be spread wide so that they will start making money like Europe was making money. So they need things that will spread their football. You see how Saudi Arabia, they break some rules and they accommodate European way of doing things so that at tomorrow they will not become poor people. Because when the cameras and everything begin to face their country and to show their league, and all over the world is watching their league now, that is where they will make the money, because their league will have percentage of the money being spent. And Saudi Arabia is changing a lot of rules from what Sharia said. They are changing a lot of rules, a lot, to meet up with modernity and society. But Hausa is trying to take people back to time of these rules and time of these things, and that is where you're taking people back. I'm not saying don't be religious, but you have to know where religion start and finish and where science start and finish. Because if not, you will do the religious, but your people will be poor, hunger, and they'll be full of malnutrition. And you watch yourself, you see people who are not doing the religion and they are prospering. Because to prosper has its guidelines. There is no religion that tells you that faith will give you, or Allah will give you. Oh, there's no religion that says so. Every religion says go and work, go and toil, go and learn how to do the things, go and be part of the doing the things, go and work, go and labor, go and do it. But you are telling your people not to do so, and to do so in a country where we even need more opportunities to come. So I have this problem with these Islamic scholars that are having problem with some of the professions that Hausa people are taking as opportunities. You believe they are the ones that will spoil your children? Let me tell you the truth. The ones that will spoil will spoil. The one that will be righteous will be righteous. It has nothing to do with musician or anything. Even there are musicians or there are no musicians. Yanya za ta kama kanta, za ta kama kanta. Yanya za ta shiga lalaci, za ta shiga lalaci. Ba fim bane koko waka koko ne zai sa yanya ta shiga lalaci. Let me just tell you the truth. Now, my next point is this. Now, is the point of women dependency and kunle, this kunle that you people are doing, and women dependency. I am a graduate of economics, and economics says that there should be no people that should be dependent, that everybody should be productive. Now, if you have some people that are dependent and they are not productive, you are causing poverty to your country and you are causing poverty to yourselves. For example, maybe you have a plot of land. For example, maybe in a whole 1 year you will farm a plot of, your strength can only farm 10 plots of land. And in a whole 1 year, maybe your wife's strength can farm half 5 plots of land. Okay, you a man, you have the strength to farm maize, masara, in 10 plots of land for this year, and your wife has the strength to farm 5 plots of land, or let's say 4 plots of land. At the end, you now say no, your wife should be in Kule and should not work. And at the end, you end up having harvest of only 10 plots of land instead of 15 plots of land that would have helped you. So you turned your wife to a dependent instead of she being a productive person like you are productive. Now you look at the Southerners, they are men, they are women, and everybody is out to fend for the family. But you, even a poor man with 3 wives, you are putting them in Kule. And you make it like a culture thing, but this culture thing will impoverish you. So if you really want to marry a wife, you should make sure that you marry a wife that is morally up, that has moral upbringing, that is righteous. Marry a good woman, so that you don't care, you don't have any fear that anybody will sleep with her. So that you people can go and find nobody should be a dependent. Everybody should be coming to toil to see how he brings to the family. Why are the white people progressing? They are women, they are men, everybody is going out. Some of their women are richer than their men because everybody is toiling, everybody is striving, and everybody is productive. No one is dependent. No one has become a dependent. Women should be dependent on men so they can do nothing, they are dependent. No. Every hand should be on deck. Every hand should be working to make sure that everyone is productive. And if everyone is productive, the entire country is productive. And if the entire country is producing, the entire country is productive, and you find out that poverty is being limited. But when you have some people should be dependent and only some people should be productive, there's going to be a problem. So you have to look into this system of Kule and make sure that every hand is on deck to go and earn, to go and be productive, and there should be dependency, a dependent ratio. I'm not trying to say your culture is bad. Sorry, I just like to say there are some things you need to change to check poverty amongst your people. Now, the last point I want to talk about is the overdependency on Allah. Overdependency of Allah. See, there's a reason why Allah makes human beings better than animals. Allah makes us higher than animals because we have brain. We have brain to think. Human beings, they have brain. God gave them brain. They are not like goat or fowl that doesn't have brain. We have brain. And our brain is to think of how we can work together and bring ourselves out of poverty and bring ourselves out of this. It's not for us to say, no, Allah will do it for us. Allah will do it. We have Allah that will come. Allah is going to do it for us. A lot of people that don't have Allah, the England, the America, they didn't have Allah when you people already have Islam. But England came and colonized you people. They came and colonized you people, colonized the entire Nigeria when they don't have Allah. All I'm saying is that they use their brain, they use science and technology. Science and technology. Kimia, the fasaha. So there's where religion start and finish, and there's where science and technology should take over. Because God made it so. He didn't say everything should be dependent on him. That is why he gave human beings brain, so that they can think some things by themselves to bring themselves out of poverty, out of lack and want, and out of suffering. They have to think by themselves. They cannot stop thinking, stop thinking and stop imagining and stop calculating and stop. They cannot stop having vision by themselves and where they want to be and planning and they have planning and they go for goal getting. They cannot stop all these things and say they are depending on Allah. No, that is why he gave you people brain. He gave you brain to think about this thing out for yourselves. So over dependence on Allah, Allah will come and do. And you are not planful. You are not planning. A man will marry 4 wives and he will have 25 or 20 children and he only sells guru and he tells you that Allah will take care of them. And at the end, half of the children are not in school. They never went to school. They don't know how to read and write. They don't know anything. No. Allah has given you a brain to know how to plan these things, to plan your life according to your strength. Allah didn't say you should go and overdo things out of your strength and then you depend on him. He's going to take care of them. And at the end, you didn't give your family any good upbringing. This phone I'm using, they created it by their brain, not by saying Allah should come and do it. So we have to do things by ourselves and by our brain. So that is what I want to say, that there are things we have to do as northerners to come out of poverty that will help us come out of poverty. It's not everything that we leave it in the hands of Allah to come and help us. We have to do things by ourselves to see that we are out of poverty and to catch up with the South. So sorry, these are just some of the things that I think we need to change from our orientation of the way we think so that there will be greatness in the entire country. Thank you for listening to me. You can make your comment. Please don't fight. Please no abuse. Please just make your comment where you agree and where you don't agree. We can make debate and we can talk. But please no abuse, no fight. Once again, my name is Mr. Johnson Hausa-Fulani. Till I come your way with another video. Thank you for listening.